What is up, guys? Fear the Blade here. This is my prediction for the UFC Fight Night Saudi Arabia Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. I'm a bit of a casual, so don't take this to heart. Let's get down to it.
It's time!
First up, we have Hamdi Abdullah Wahab.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This is Jamal Pogues. Personally, in this fight, I have Hamdi by decision. He's 5-0 his MMA career. Decently impressive. And I don't think he'll be losing that this Saturday. I'm going to give him this chance here. I think he's got, a good chance against Jamal, and we'll see how it is.
It's time!
Next up, we have Bogdan Grad versus Lucas Alexander. Personally, in my opinion, I got Bogdan Grad by round 1 TKO. I think his record speaks for itself against Alexander's. And how can you not root for a guy named Bogdan Grad? Let's be real. Bogdan Grad. How fun of a name is that? Imagine this dude being the champ. And new champion Bogdan Grad. Come on. I think he's got this. Round 1 TKO.
It's time!
Next up, we have Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Mayra Bueno Silva. And I'm going to be completely honest. I have Jasudavicius, and I don't know why. I don't honestly care about this fight. I'm picking her. I cannot pretend to care about this fight. It's just not my cup of tea.
It's time!
Next up, we have Terrence McKinney versus Damir Hadzovic. I think Terrence got this. I think he's going to win this by a decision. I don't think Damir can really keep up with a younger fighter like Terrence, and I think it's going to show on the scorecards. So let's wait and see.
It's time!
Next up, we have the one only, the GOAT of the sport, Shamil the Blob Gaziev versus Thomas Peterson. I think Shamil has got this in the bag. I think he's a future title contender and possibly, just possibly, the GOAT of the sport. In all seriousness now, I think Shamil does get the dub in this one by decision. The only thing I'm worried about is his cardio. But if he can manage his stamina going into round 2 and 3, I don't think Peterson can really contend with him. Let's just wait and see. I'd personally love to see Shamil the Blob Gaziev versus a name like Tom Aspinall, or maybe even John Jones in the future.
It's time!
Next up, and the final fight of the prelims, we have Muhammad Naimov versus Khan Ofli. And I'm going to be honest, I think Ofli has this one by decision. I really cannot tell you why. I just have a feeling, and I think he's got this one.
It's time!
Next up on the card, we have Fares Ziem versus Mike Davis. I have Fares Ziem by decision in this one. He's won a decent amount of decisions in his career, and I don't see that changing in this fight.
It's time!
Next up, we have Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. I have Oliveira by round 2 knockout. I think Oliveira is going to stay on the feet, keep that pressure on him, and due to Said's 1-year layoff, I think that pressure is going to be too much. Round 2 KO. Let's see how it is.
It's time!
Next up, we got a big one here. We have Sergey Pavlovich versus Jairzinho Rosenstrike. I have Pavlovich by decision in this one. Might be controversial, might be not for some of you guys. Even though he's been on a 2-fight losing streak, I'm hoping he takes this one, gets rid of that losing streak, and really just does good. I think he's just on a different level than Rosenstrike, and his last 2 opponents were against cream of the crop fighters like Tom Aspinall and Alexander Volkov. Meanwhile, Rosenstrike's last 2 fights are wins, but, big but here, he fought Shamil the Blob Gaziev and Tai Tuivasa. I can't even remember a Tai Tuivasa win. Not very good wins in my opinion. Not bad either. But I do believe that Pavlovich has got this in the bag. Though, whoever wins, I would love to see them maybe fight Gane or Volkov next, depending on what you think.
It's time!
Next up, we got the co-main event between Michael Venom Page and Shara the Bullet. I've got Venom Page in this one. Round 1 KO. He's really got great confidence coming into this fight, and Shara's striking just has not been tested against an opponent on this level. Maybe, just maybe, Shara pretends like Page kissed his wife in public. He might be able to get the dub. But otherwise, I see this as a Michael Venom Page victory for the books. Mark my words. Do not put this on your parlay just because I said it, though. Do not do that. Do not blame me.
It's time!
And the final fight and main event of the night, Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov. I'm going to have to take Izzy this time by decision. Not a big fan of Izzy, but I think he's still got that in him. I think Imavov does have that dog in him, and Izzy is going to have his way with him on the feet. I don't see Imavov getting a submission on Izzy in this fight, especially after seeing Izzy's last 2 losses. This guy just isn't on their level. Dricus, Sean Strickland, Dricus is just too uncoordinated and wacky on the feet and on the ground for Izzy to fight. And Sean, just a top of the line striker, trained with Alex Pereira, and I think that Imavov just isn't even near that level of fighting yet. Alright guys, that has been my prediction for the UFC Fight Night Saudi Arabia card. Comment down below what you thought of my predictions. Were my predictions bad? Were they good? Am I a filthy casual? Let me in the comments. Any, suggestions for future videos? Just let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.